Shocking things are beginning to emerge concerning Lieutenant Mkhwanazi and Fadiel Adams at the Madlanga Commission. Senior IDAC investigator Brian Padayachee has exposed some messy details about what happened between him and Lieutenant Mkhwanazi, the secret meeting he had with him, where he stabbed General Khumalo at the back and came out to pretend as if he was not aware of what is happening in the country. He also exposed some details about a criminal docket linked to Fadiel Adams and the shocking things that were later found inside concerning General Khumalo, which led to his arrest. This testimony today has left people in a state of serious dilemma. Could he be lying against our national hero after IDAC head and Nhlanhla tried to arrest him and they failed? Or is Lieutenant Mkhwanazi actually part of the criminal syndicates who got betrayed at some point and decided to expose everyone? Don't worry yourself, and don't be biased or sentimental in this situation. Let's have your opinion in the comment section when you're done listening to this shocking confession yourself. If you believe senior IDAC investigator Brian Padayachee is deliberately lying against Mkhwanazi and should be arrested, hit the like button, comment, leave our hero, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Jabulani, start dropping the bombshells.
The first matter, is that the one where you say 4 generals were arrested or 4 senior SAPS members were arrested? Is that the first matter? The first matter is 1 general and 2 senior officers and he was a warrant officer at that time.
And then the general, was that General Khumalo?
The first one?
Yes.
No, that was the CFO, General Lushaba.
All right. And then the second matter, which one was that?
The second matter was General Khumalo, General Lekalakala, General Lushaba, General Gabela, General Madondo, Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and Brigadier Ngube. That was the second matter.
All right, thank you. Thank you. If you want to continue, you may, but you've answered me because I just wanted to understand what you are seeking to convey when you refer us to these chats.
No problem.
Thank you.
And because you've touched on it, Commissioner, I wanted to say is that...
And I'm not stopping you. If you want to continue, you may.
No problem, Commissioner. It's because I'm on that point that I know we're going to come back to those annexures.
Yes.
I'm just want to just put it in context that General Mkhwanazi was fine with the first case of General Shaba. He was fine with the second case of General Khumalo on the 27th. Mm-hmm. On the 28th, I was at Howick participating in a combat rifle competition, so my cell phone was on silent, it was off. During the latter part of the afternoon, this is directly after the arrest of General Khumalo, mm-hmm. There were 2 calls that came, 2 missed calls, with a couple of minutes in between, missed calls. So when I got hold of my phone, I saw missed calls, and I sent him a message to say that, General, apologies, I missed your call. I will contact you back.
So the missed calls were from General Mkhwanazi?
The missed calls were from General Mkhwanazi.
All right.
So what happened is that I sent the message, but it only showed 1 tick, that he didn't read it. So I carried on with what I was doing, and obviously it's a long day and whatever, I didn't follow through with that. And the message wasn't read the Sunday and the Monday, and obviously with all the messages now, everything just pushes down, and all your later messages come out. So I didn't bother about it until the 6th of July, when I saw the press briefing and General Mkhwanazi giving the press briefing, and I was excited. So...
Yeah, I think yes, you are going to get there at a later stage.
I'm going to
maybe we should stop there and then you continue with, is it paragraph 24? I think.
It would be paragraph 24, but before you get there, just an issue for clarity so that you say who decides who to charge and what the charges will be. Who does that? I think I missed that. If you don't mind.
Maybe I must just elaborate on that.
Yes.
When a complaint comes in via a Section 27 referral, that referral is taken by the intake committee, which decides whether this falls within the mandate of IDAC, whether all the legal prescripts, everything is there. That referral is then a Section 2813 If it falls within the mandate, and if it still needs more information, a preliminary investigation in terms of Section 2813 is authorized. So from that, there's a team gets designated. That team consists of investigators, criminal investigators, financial investigators, and prosecutors, meaning your state advocates. And then leading that team, you will have a deputy director of public prosecution who's responsible for that. So in terms of prosecution, the investigators do the investigation, but in terms of the prosecution, it is guided by the prosecutors. They decide on the evidence, the investigation and evidence collected, who to charge and what to charge. It's followed by another level, which is the Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions and other senior advocates who look at the evidence to support the charges and the accused.
Did you say this one was a referral? Did you say this one was a referral?
Yes.
Thank you.
A referral.
Thank you.
Matter came under a referral in terms of Section 27 of the NPA Act. Thank you, sir.
Who referred it?
The Section 27 referral came from a Member of Parliament, Mr. Fadiel Adams.
Thank you.
Just a follow-up question. Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Was that referral in terms of Section 27, which requires that it be on oath, on affidavit, or affirmed declaration?
As far as I know, that it's an affidavit that is submitted.
You have seen it personally?
Yes, sir. I've seen it now, and it also forms part of the bundle that was handed to Council.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. Colonel, that then leads us to paragraph 2.3 of the subpoena, which required you to address, quote, allegations concerning your role in interference in criminal investigations and prosecutions, unquote. And I think you deal with that issue together with paragraph 2.4. So I'll put what paragraph 2.4 of the subpoena stated so that you can answer them together as you do in your statement. At paragraph 2.4 of this subpoena required you to address the, I quote, the effect of such conduct on the functioning integrity.
We work with the docket, Council. So that referral and correspondence is there on management level, which I believe that the head of office will be able to explain more on there.
You're being unfair on yourself, Colonel. You are a senior police officer. You have spent enough time in IDAC to know a bit about processes. You get a Section 27. You told us that the intake committee decides whether it falls within its mandate,
yes.
The complaint. That must be recorded somewhere. You told us then the investigators and chief investigators are appointed. Then a decision is made whether or not to proceed to a Section 2813 investigation or to run a full-blown investigation in terms of Section 81. And then you referenced the authority to proceed. I assume all these are in written form. And my question is simply, where does one find that whole pack of papers? Surely you should know that.
No, I do not want to appear that I'm holding back or anything on that, Council.
Yeah.
Please understand me.
Okay.
All right. I'm the investigator in the level that I prescribed. The referral comes in, and it comes into to management. It is done. I get a copy of the designation where we designated on to investigate. So on the basis of that, I start the inquiry.
Yes.
Of obtaining statements.
Okay.
And then I compile my docket from there. I do not take the 27 and put it in a docket and start from there. I start from interviewing people to gather evidence for the criminal docket.
Okay. No, that's, I understand. Then,
can I just, Ms. Ella?
Yes, ma'am.
Just related to this topic, this docket here, it says police station is Brooklyn. Can you just explain, is that how all your IDAC dockets look like? They record a station as Brooklyn?
It's a normal police docket, Commissioners.
Yes.
It's a normal police docket which we get from the station and we write on it.
Okay.
And we register it. But it's a police docket.
So it's registered at Brooklyn Police Station?
It's registered at Brooklyn Police Station. IDAC does not have access to their own systems of registering dockets. So it's registered at the police station, the precinct with the offence warden.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. So what we have at page 681 is the preamble to a statement, as Commissioner Baloyi points out. It reflects Brooklyn as the station. And then it provides a cast number 542/06/ thus done and signed to at Pretoria on this, the 6th day of January 2025, by the deponent who acknowledged that she knows and understands the contents of this affidavit. This affidavit was sworn to before me, and the deponent's signature was placed hereon in my presence at Cape Town. There's the Commissioner of Oath, and it's reflected as Dylan Perumal as the Chief Investigator. I take it that that's Mr. Perumal, you said, was the Chief Investigator in this matter.
That's correct.
My confusion, I guess, arises where it says it was signed at Pretoria, and it says his signature was placed hereon in my presence at Cape Town. Reading that, where was this statement taken and commissioned? Pretoria or Cape Town? It can't be both.
Commissioner, Chair, Commissioners, Council, I believe this is probably an administrative thing. So it's not Pretoria. From what I heard, this is Cape Town.
So it's taken in Cape Town. So reference to Pretoria there is incorrect. Yes, it might be a function of using. Yes, Commissioner Baloyi.
Yeah, I don't know that you can make that correction unless you're telling us you were present when this affidavit was deposed to.
Chair, Commissioner, I'm just making the inference. So it's just an inference I'm making.
Yeah.
And from what I know, that this was not Pretoria.
Well, you
but
can only...
Mr. Chief Investigator Perumal will be able to...
Yes.
Yes, he will be the one.
He's the one that must explain what happened here. So we're not making any corrections.
Are you suggesting that when he was physically in Cape Town, that is Mr. Perumal?
Yes, I believe Chief Investigator Perumal was physically in Cape Town.
But his base were in Pretoria?
In Pretoria, sir.
Does he carry around his Pretoria stamp when he travels? Because look at the stamp there, it says Pretoria.
The investigating...
Pretoria appears twice there on the date stamp.
That's our office stamp, sir.
I'm saying, does he carry it around? Would he carry it to Cape Town?
So normally we carry our stamps with us, sir.
That's very unusual. But that doesn't make sense then, because you would stamp Cape Town when you are physically in Musina.
So when you...
Why would you do that?
The way I look at it from the affidavit before me, if you look at the address of the commissioner who's signing the oath, his office address is given as Pretoria, and that's our office stamp that's next to it. So it's not that it is you carrying a stamp to Pretoria to stamp an affidavit in Cape Town when it should be I'm not understood.
From what you are saying, that's exactly what you suggest happened here. Even though he's based in Pretoria, he was physically in Cape Town, and the affidavit was commissioned there.
Yes,
and he stamped it with a Pretoria stamp, date stamp, even though he's in Cape Town. That's exactly what you are suggesting.
No,
which I don't understand.
Let me get clear on it so I can understand, Chair. Yeah. Firstly, from what I know, but only Chief Investigator Perumal can expand and confirm on the statement. and this is from I heard, that the statement was taken in Cape Town. But what I'm saying here on this affidavit, Chief Investigator Dylan Perumal commissioned this affidavit. The address, his address, our office is Pretoria. So underneath his details, it can be seen Investigating Director IDAC, Brooklyn, Pretoria. Our office stamp has Pretoria on it. We don't have an office in Cape Town. So his stamp, and therefore the stamp is Pretoria.
Did he have to, was it obligatory for him to stamp the document? Stamp it Pretoria when he's not in Pretoria? That simply does not make sense, because it's not giving the factual position. It's not stating the factual position. Even the indication of the office there. Let me just look. Expert Chief Investigating Directorate against National. Or that's, I guess that's fine, because it's relating more to his position.
Yes,
so
his position.
So yes, so there's no issue there.
Yes.
What's typed on there, basically explaining who he is. Maybe, I guess there's no issue there, but the issue relates to the date stamp.
Yes, sir.
And it sounds very strange to me that you carry your date stamps wherever you travel. What on earth for?
Commissioner, the only explanation I can afford, Commissioner, is in the way I see it, because we don't necessarily put a stamp on the affidavit.
Exactly.
But there is
exactly, because it's not even obligatory that you should have a date stamp on there. That affidavit would have been complete without a date stamp. By putting the date stamp on there, or affixing the date stamp on there, you are suggesting that this was commissioned in Pretoria.
Yes, Commissioner. That inference can be drawn.
But which, of course, would be problematic, because you also have Cape Town in manuscript written on there.
I think in the rare cases, Commissioner, that point that you made is taken, that if we are in Pretoria and we are obtaining statements in Pretoria, our state stamp is not a problem. But if we are taking affidavits in another province, we should keep that in mind. So I will take that advice from you, Commissioner, in good stead. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
so, sir, still on the
investigator or the police officer who takes the statement.
No, I'm not with you there, Counsel.
No, I say, do I understand you correct, that the signature that has to be appearing at 681 and 682 has to be the signature of the person taking the statement?
Yes.
Not the person giving the statement?
Yes, the person taking the statement.
We just have it the other way around here.
Page 2 should be the person that's the actual Adams.
Page 2 has to be the signature of Mr. Adams. The 681 is the signature of the investigator. Who's responsible for this form, for completion of this form? Is this the complainant or the person taking the statement? I would have assumed that...
The person that's taking the statement.
Yeah. So their signature, I thought, would appear at both 681 and 682.
Yeah.
And that the complainant's signature would only appear in their statement. Am I correct or am I wrong again?
Just come again, the Counsel.
I assume this being an official form, the signature at page 681 and 682 would be the signature of the investigator who takes the statement.
Yes.
I'm just testing.
Yes.
And that the only time I would see the complainant's signature is where the complainant signs his own statement. Would I be right? I might be wrong.
On page 2, that's 682.
Yes.
That signature at the bottom, that's where the complainant signs.
Is that for the complainant?
Yes.
And the one at
And the one in
681
the front,
is for the investigator?
it states their member's signature. So that'd be the person that's taking the affidavit.
Okay. But what we actually have now, it would appear, right, at first blush, that Mr. Adams signed both
the wrong
page
place.
1, page 2, and his own statement. It would appear, and I'm willing to be persuaded that it's not his signature, but Chief Perumal's signature at page 1.
Am I hearing you correctly, Councillor, when you are saying on page 681,
Yes,
the signature on the bottom of the page is not Chief Perumal's signature, but Mr. Adams? Is that what you are saying?
yes, I'm saying if you say the signature at 682 is Mr. Adams' signature, I say it looks like the signature at 681, so it's the same signature. And I say
Yeah.
when I take those two signatures and I compare with Mr. Adams' statement, it's the same signature above Mr. Adams' statement. So the sum total of my interpretation is where Chief Perumal was supposed to have signed on 681, Mr. Adams signed. At 682, where you say the complainant signs, Mr. Adams signed, and once again, Mr. Adams signed on his statement. The only time Chief Perumal signs is when he commissions that statement at page 684.
Commissioner, Chair, I cannot comment on that. And I think Chief Perumal will be best placed, because what is there is the inference that Chief Perumal signed Mr. Adams' statement, is that's what's coming across. And I think that will be unfair for me to comment on that, because I'm not a handwriting expert and I cannot comment on, but he himself can comment, did you sign here or did not? If I'm understanding you
mine
correctly.
was just a deduction, so I'll leave it there.
Yes.
And maybe I've seriously not maybe encroached into the commissioner's lunch, and perhaps we are all hungry now. So if
Yes.
I ask if this might be an opportune moment, Chair.
Yes, let's adjourn and come back at 2:20.
Thank you, Chair.
I only work with the docket, Council. So that referral and correspondence is there on management level, which I believe that the head of office will be able to explain more on there.
You are being unfair on yourself, Colonel. You are a senior police officer. You have spent enough time in IDAC to know a bit about processes. You get a Section 27. You told us that the intake committee decides whether it falls within its mandate,
Yes.
the complaint. That must be recorded somewhere. You told us then the investigators and chief investigators are appointed. Then a decision is made whether or not to proceed to a Section 2813 investigation or to run a full-blown investigation in terms of Section 81. And then you referenced the authority to proceed. I assume all these are in written form. And my question is simply, where does one find that whole pack of papers? Surely you should know that.
No, I do not want to appear that I'm holding back or anything on that, Council.
Yeah.
Please understand me.
Okay.
All right. I'm the investigator in the level that I prescribed. The referral comes in, and it comes into to management. It is done. I get a copy of the designation where we designated on to investigate. So on the basis of that, I start the inquiry
Yes.
of obtaining statements.
Okay.
And then I compile my docket from there. I do not take the 27 and put it in a docket and start from there. I start from interviewing people to gather evidence for the criminal docket.
Okay. No, that's, I understand. Then,
Can I just, Ms. Ella?
yes, ma'am.
Just related to this topic, this docket here, it says police station is Brooklyn. Can you just explain, is that how all your IDAC dockets look like? They record a station as Brooklyn?
It's a normal police docket, Commissioners.
Yes.
It's a normal police docket which we get from the station and we write on it
Okay.
and we register it. But it's a police docket.
So it's registered at Brooklyn Police
It's
Station?
registered at Brooklyn Police Station. IDAC does not have access to their own systems of registering dockets, so it's registered at the police station, the precinct with the offence found in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. So what we have at page 681 as the preamble to a statement, as Commissioner Baloyi points out, it reflects Brooklyn as the station. And then it provides a cast number 542/06/